Before you spend a single dollar on kitchen cabinets, there are 7 questions every homeowner needs to ask. And most people don't even know these questions exist. These are the questions that save you money, prevent remodel headaches, and make sure you're getting real quality instead of just a pretty door style. If these 7 questions helped you avoid the most common cabinet mistakes, make sure you download my Ultimate Kitchen Cabinet Renovation Guide. It walks you through the exact planning steps every homeowner should follow before buying cabinets. All right, question number 1 that we get a lot is, what materials are the cabinets made out of? So right behind me, I have 2 of the most common materials that a lot of kitchens are made of. So these are the questions you want to ask. Here on my left is a plywood box. Now, what is a plywood box? A plywood box is basically a bunch of plywoods stacked up on top of each other like a delicious sandwich. This is usually made out of wood. It's usually a pre-finished material, so usually made out of 3/4, 5/8, and some manufacturers use 1/2 inch. I'll explain that in a minute. The other box that a lot of people do is what they call a particle board box. Now this is compressed wood all smashed up, usually in between a TFL or melamine. Nothing wrong with this, it's just a different style. This isn't your grandma's old particle board box that's just gonna fall apart as soon as water gets into it. These are still made good construction cabinets. The melamine is actually very good. The particle board in there is very compressed, very good, that it will withstand a little bit of water. But if you're having water issues, you're having a bigger problem, then your cabinet's falling apart. Which one is better? It's really up to you what you like. When it comes to the wood, plywood, it only comes in wood material. These particle board come in different colors. You could even get it in wood grains. You could get it in a solid color. So it all depends how you want to see the interior of your boxes. So this is very important. Question number 1, what material should my boxes be? Plywood or particle board? Guarantee you're always going to see a lot of plywood boxes because a lot of manufacturers like the plywood, and plywood is more popular out in the market right now. Question number 2, will my drawer boxes be full extension? Now that's also on you, how much money you're willing to spend. Nowadays, most manufacturers are always putting full extension slides. What's a full extension slide? I'm gonna show you guys on a rollout. A full extension slide is that the drawer box comes out almost parallel with the cabinet. If it wasn't a full extension slide, it'll probably be sitting about maybe 60% on the outside, 40% on the inside. That is an old school style slide. Back in the days, I'll say maybe 10, 15 years ago, you saw that a lot because that's what was out. Nowadays, a full extension slide should come all the way. This is something you want to make sure your cabinets have because it's a standard thing that a lot of manufacturers are putting. If your box doesn't come out that far, go look somewhere else. But that's a good way to see it. Your full extension slide comes out all the way, should be almost parallel with your box. If all of a sudden they tell you it's a full extension slide and it sits back a little bit, be like, nah, John told me it's supposed to come out all the way. So there's question number 2 that you should basically know. Question number 3, how are the cabinets constructed? Now, there's 3 forms of construction. One is an inset, which basically you see the frame on the outside and the door is inside it, inset. The other construction is what we like to call a full access, or as known in the trades, it's a full frameless cabinet. Doesn't mean you're not getting a frame, it's just a European style. Basically, it is what you see like this. The doors sit on here. It's still a very strong construction, so it does very well. And the third construction is a frame construction. Like you guys can see here, where you do have a frame here, the door does a full overlay, meaning it kind of hides the frame. Good construction, usually inside of the box is usually about 5/8. Plywood construction, and the frame is there. Very strong box, but it doesn't do any, it's about the same, frameless and frame cabinets. The only disadvantage on the frame cabinet is that this opening is a little smaller. You get an overlay hinge, and on a frameless, basically you have the whole opening. Now here's a common question you should always ask the manufacturers is, what's my warranty like? Typical warranty for a cabinet or a kitchen is a limited lifetime warranty. Now what does that mean? That means that their hinges won't go bad. That means their slides won't go bad. Whatever happens on the outside, now that's on you guys. You guys could damage them, not covered in the warranty. You could dent them, not covered in the warranty. Certain manufacturers will give you a certain amount of years on painted cabinets just because paint wear and tears a little stronger. Now, you gotta make sure you take care of them. You gotta make sure you clean your cabinets. You gotta make sure if something spills on it, you gotta go ahead and clean it. If the manufacturer finds out that you threw some kind of acid on there, your warranty will probably be void. So pay attention, read your warranty. There really isn't a full 100% warranty out there just because they can't warranty the front. Limited lifetime warranty is a good warranty. If someone's doesn't want to give you a warranty, or they give you a 1-year warranty, question it. There's a reason why they're giving you a 1-year warranty, and there's a reason why they're giving you no warranty. But industry standard is a limited lifetime warranty, meaning you protect everything that's on the inside, meaning your hardware and your slides. Doesn't protect on the outside that damage that we as consumers could use and damage. Question number 5, what is the typical lead time for a cabinet? Now, some manufacturers are running anywhere between 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. Why is that? Once you start going into that 12 week, now you're talking fully custom. You're talking someone that is building cabinets to an exact spec. Once you start decreasing, chances are they're very busy. That's a good sign. If a company is very busy, that's a good sign. That means they're producing a lot of cabinets. People are purchasing their cabinets. Nothing wrong with saying that if a 2 week, they're bad cabinets. 2 weeks meaning they have them ready. They're what they call either RTAs, which are ready to assemble. Those you could probably pick up same day. But now you're almost building it yourself, kind of like IKEA where you build your cabinets. Don't recommend that. So that's something, a cabinet you could pick up the same day. A 2 week lead time cabinet means they're actually putting it together for you. There's a quality control that they're going through. They're just moving them so fast because they're already in set sizes. You already have a 15, you have a 12, you have a 24, a 36. They're set sizes. They're not like a custom where, you know, you can get that 36 and a half or 36 and a 3/4 box, but they're building it to order. This usually companies that are big, and they're just producing a lot of cabinets that are fully custom, so they take a little longer. The finish means a lot. It could take a lot longer if you're doing a specialty finish. You're doing a pen glaze on that would take long because usually pen glazes are done by hand by one person that basically does the whole kitchen. Why do they do that? Because that one hand stays consistent. You get 2 people onto it, guarantee that one door and that other door are gonna look completely different because maybe one person was tired and the other one wasn't. One gave you a nice clean line, the other one didn't. So lead times vary a lot. Question number 6 that we get, who's doing the installation? Now, a lot of people basically go to the cabinet stores and buy their cabinets. Chances are that don't offer installation. The reason they don't do that is because there's a lot of contractors out there that are already doing the work. Some of the time they have their own cabinet installers that basically want to install the cabinets. They can't make them themselves, so go buy them and then have someone else install it. Chances are you could probably save a little couple bucks on there. If you buy them from a place and they offer the installation, take it. You're probably gonna pay a little more money because they're more of a good source. They're not going anywhere. They have a brick and mortar. Anything goes wrong, you go straight to their place and basically talk to them and they'll fix it for you. Other places, you could hire your own contractor, you could hire your own cabinet installer, but be careful. I always get nightmare stories where I paid my contractor X amount of dollars to install my cabinets and now my key doesn't answer the phone. That happens a lot. I get it a lot. So when you're buying your cabinets, ask who's gonna be installing it. Cabinet companies are gonna tell you, we'll offer you an installation at an extra cost, or we recommend one of our contractors that are fully backed up by the company to go and install your boxes. So question that's an extra cost, and make sure you know who's installing your cabinets. And the last question is, what's included in my quote? Usually on your cabinet quote is basically your cabinet boxes, everything that's in the boxes, every accessory that's on the inside, every little organization that you want it. You want that rollout, you want that pull out, you want those pocket doors. Those are extra costs. That should be already in your quote. What's not in your quote is gonna be the taxes until you run the numbers. The installation isn't gonna be on there, and chances are a delivery fee. So these are stuff that probably won't be on there unless the company you're buying them says, you know what, we got the delivery, we'll cover it for you. Or hey, this is how much the installation is, but here's a separate price. So those are the main things that are gonna be on your quote. It's gonna have your molding, your cabinets, your doors, and everything that comes with the inside of the cabinet. Not the countertop, unless you're going somewhere where they sell it for you, but chances are boxes, we're talking just cabinets here, just your cabinets are gonna be on that quote. Hopefully that helped you guys out. If these 7 questions helped you feel more prepared Before buying cabinets, the next video you should watch is 5 kitchen remodel mistakes that cost homeowners thousands. I'll link it right here and I'll see you there.